Gopala Astrology channel, where the science meets astrology for common man's understanding. Subscribe and stay tuned to this channel for continued astrological updates. Welcome to Gopala Astrology channel, ladies and gentlemen, once again. And today it's going to be a very interesting video about Saturn stopping its retrograde movement in the zodiac sign of Aquarius or Kumbha Rashi. And it's going to become Margi, or the direct motion, right? So this is going to continue from 15th of November till the 31st of March. 29th of March 2025, next year. So what are the positive things and negative things that is going to impact this world, and also for each and individual ascendant signs or moon signs are going to be explained in this video. I'm going to make timestamps for each of you, and you can follow your own individual timestamps and make certain calculations about your own time period. And some of them are going to have really good time from now, and the next 4 months are going to be very good for them. And for some of them, it's going to be testing times, so that you can take some precautionary measures. And that is the purpose of this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are coming this for the first time into my channel, please click on this subscribe button. I'm going to make a lot of knowledge-based videos. All right, let's go to the actual presentation that I have already selected for this transit of Saturn. All right, so this is very clear. The title is very clear. Saturn is going to stop its retrograde motion on 15th of November 2024. So let's begin our journey to understand a little bit more about Saturn. If you remember back the videos that was made, it was 17th of January, Saturn left Capricorn and entered the zodiac sign of Aquarius. And it was there until the 18th of June, and then it started doing certain retrograde movements and stuffs like that. So now all that is going to stop, and we are going to have a direct motion of Saturn in Aquarius, and it is going to go to Pisces on this particular day, 29th of March. So what are the palams or the results that you're going to get for your ascendants will be covered today. And then before going to that, I have also taken the actual screenshot of the zodiac that is there on the 15th of November. That means New Delhi time, it is going to change on 7:51 p.m. in the evening, right? So when you just put this, there will be an ascendant of Gemini that will be running, and you have Jupiter still going retrograde, right? So Mars happens to be in its Nichasthana in Karkataka Rashi, or the Cancer zodiac sign. Ketu will be in Virgo. Surya is in its debilitation. That means Sun has gone to its debilitation sign in Libra, whereas Mercury moves to Scorpio or Vrishchika Rashi, and then beautiful Venus is there, right there, standing alone in the Dhanus Rashi, or the Scorpio. And then Saturn becomes Margi, right? So there is no more brackets for Saturn. Saturn moves to the direct motion, and then Rahu is stationed still in Pisces. That's an 18-month transit. We will make some more videos next year when Rahu Peyarchi happens. All right, so this is what is the situation. This is the Kala Purusha Kundali. If you imagine it is Aries ascendant, these are all the things that is going to happen right from Aries to Pisces. All right, so there are some more informations I was thinking of giving about Saturn's transit. Please note that either from moon sign or from the ascendant, Saturn can give the best results when it is in the 3rd house, 6th house, and 11th house. So those people, you can really watch out in your charts whenever the Saturn is in your 3rd house or 6th house or 11th house. Obviously, it gives the best results, right? So Saturn spends about 2.5 years. It's called the day of Saturn, 2.5 years in every zodiac sign. And when it comes to your 3rd house, 11th house, and 6th house, they are the only 7.5 years out of 30 years transit of Saturn. You get the best results from this planet. All right, so now obviously you will be knowing which particular zodiac sign you belong to. I'm talking about moon sign. Don't get confused with the sun sign and all that. This is pure sidereal Indian system moon sign I'm talking about, and also the ascendant Lagna. Right, so please, let's go to the information. There is certain things that happen. I'm going to skip these slides because it's going to become a long video. Saturn return is a very, very important phenomenon that keeps happening to people. Please understand, wherever your Saturn was there, once it completes 30 years and then 60 years and 90 years, we call this as 3 Saturn returns that can happen for an individual. Normally, people who 99.9% of the population will not survive the 4th Saturn return, right? So Saturn return has to be considered. And then those who are, I have given this, you can take a screenshot of this, the people who are born, between March 5th and of 1993, right? And then February 1996, they will go through their Saturn return because the first 30th year cycle has started for them. And then for people who are entering into their 58 to 60 years, please take note of your health problems that can creep in because of Saturn return, depending on which house the Saturn is there. And of course, the last portion, 88 to 90 years people, you have to watch out for this movement of Saturn as well. It's going to become intense, right? So let's forget about these few slides and then throw some light on what is known as Sarva Astaka Varga points and Binna Astaka Varga points. So other than what I am going to talk about Saturn's movement, we have to pay a lot of attention to your own individual chart. You can always use Jagannath Hora, which is the free software available. I keep recommending all of you guys to download this software. And then on the right-hand bottom corner, there will be a lot of points table, something like this. So there are two categories. One will have a bigger numbers and another one all have individual planetary names and then numbers, right? So out of this, there is something called SAV, which is written there. It is known as Sarva Astaka Varga points. If at all you look into this has to be carefully zoomed in and take a look. Now we are talking about Saturn transit becoming Margi, out of retrograde movement in the zodiac sign of Aquarius. So you have to look into this box. The second box from the left-hand top corner is called Aquarius. I'm just following the South Indian style. Those who are following North Indian style, you can always do that in the Jagannath Hora. You will get your way of reading. All right, so I'm just asking you to look at this particular box. Second box from the left-hand top corner, that is called Kumbha Rashi or the Aquarius zodiac sign. And if your score is 30 or above, right, so Saturn's results are going to be really, really going to be very good for you. If I'm saying certain things that Saturn is going to be in favor, if it also happens to be this score 30 and above, you will get the best results of this transit. All right. In the same time, between 25 and 30, it can give you average results, whereas 18 and 25 can be below average results. So even though if I say it is your Saturn is in 3rd house, 6th house, or 11th house, the results are still going to be an average result. So in astrology, nothing can be concluded just like that. You have to take into consideration many points and then make a conclusive result. That's why consulting a proper qualified good astrologer, of course, there are so many fake astrologers nowadays. You need to consult a good astrologer who can read all these points and then give you proper conclusions. All right, so there are so many people who scare you and all that, but Saturn is always a very, very genuine planet. It is known as the judge of your horoscope. It gives you the results as per your karmic deeds that is done in the past. All right, so let's move on. So I have already told you. And then the Binna Astaka Varga points of Saturn you have to consider. So Binna Astaka Varga points of Saturn, let me go back to the previous slide. I will tell you this. Look into this particular table where SCA is written Saturn and then also Kumbha points. So the left hand, the second box from the left-hand top corner, it's written 4 here for this case. You must watch out for this number, and this number is between 5 and 8. Saturn gives the best results, best results. If it is exactly 4, maybe average. 0 to 3 will be very minimum impact for you. All right, so it will be lower. So that's how Astaka Varga points play a very important role to understand the transit results. Many people just say, I have 11th house Saturn, I have 3rd house, but they will not see the results. So that is the reason why you need to have a holistic view of your horoscope before making any judgment. All right, let's go to the individual charts now. I don't want to go to Kantakashani. I'm going to skip this. I have already explained this in the past. And then I'm directly going to first zodiac sign of Aries. right? So Aries people were looking for this for the last 3.5 months, right? So right now, the bright shining Saturn is going to be in your 11th house in a proper direction, right? It is no more retrograde, and those projects which were on hold, if you are working for an MNC company wherein your promotions were held and increments were held and all that, those things will start becoming easier. 11th house of gains, definitely focus on making gains, and you will get large network of circles. 11th house represents benefits from elder siblings. All these is going to happen for you guys in the next 3 to 4 months of prediction, right? So gains and ROI, return of investment. If at all you want to put your money in stock exchange, you are going to be benefited from it in the next 3 to 4 months period of time. I'm sure that there is more greens for you guys rather than yellows, right? So in my convention of putting the presentations, I will always highlight with green color if there is more favorable time for that particular zodiac sign. So Mesha Lagna or Mesha Rashi personalities are going to increase their income, and you will get the complete results of those which were unfulfilled tasks, right? You have been struggling in the last 3 months. Struggling in the sense you have been working very hard to get that result, and the results will be seen in the month of December and January, February. All right, so that's it, and you have to be a little bit more careful about your health because you have a tendency to overwork and stress yourself, and of course, sudden monetary gains is possible. I'm not saying that you are going to win $1 million lottery, but definitely in your own business, what you are doing, if at all you're a businessman and you're an Aries zodiac sign person, either ascendant or moon sign, you should gain monetary benefits, right? And work with the in-laws. I think all overall happiness and general things is going to happen because you are getting this period after 30 years, remember. So once in 30 years, Saturn enters your 11th house of Raja Yogam. So irrespective of any other problems that you may be facing with retrograde Jupiter and all that, so it's going to be a big thumbs up for Aries. All right, Mesha Rashi. Let's go to the next zodiac sign of Vrishabha Rashi or Vrishabha Lagnam. Right? So for you guys, this transit is happening in the 10th house, and it is now Saturn becoming direct. So what were 10th house is the house of profession, right? So Saturn being your ninth lord in the 10th house aspects your 12th connection with the foreign countries, connection with the homeland, and also buying some real estate properties, and also 7th house of spouse. All these mixed reactions are being seen for you. 12th house will give you some aspect of Saturn on 12th house, definitely in the Margi movement will give you some kind of expense in hospitals and health concerns to the father. Remember, 9th house represents your own father. If at all your father is sick, there is high chances that that man is going to go through some expenses, right? Change in career. 10th house is about career. When Saturn comes, it's a planet of changing careers for you people, right? That is going to be an effect. If at all you have been attending a lot of job interviews, you want to change your current job, this is the next 3 months is the time you can look for it, right? So there is more strong beneficial effect of Saturn. Unexpected victory also can come, because please note that wherever Saturn's drishti goes on, right, and it always enhances, there is a chance of you to buy some immovable property, or you can buy a car, for example, right? So a convenience of car, or buying a new property, home-based properties in the homeland is very much possible, because your luck lord is aspecting your 4th house in a proper direct motion. All right, and then there could be some kind of arguments with wife or spouse or partners. Just take note, the 7th house aspect, the 10th aspect of Saturn falls on your 7th house. That can give some kind of frictions and talkings with your wife or a partner. Just be watchful on that. All right. Otherwise, overall, there will be betterment and change of workplace and change of business for people of Taurus ascendant or Taurus Rashi. All right. Let's move on to the next one. It is Gemini. For you, all the drama is happening in the ninth house. Eighth Lord going to the ninth house, becoming Margi, and then aspecting your 11th house of gains. So, eighth house is all about sudden things, sudden events happening, and that Lord is aspecting your sudden gains. There is some kind of chances for your higher learning, higher education as well. Okay, and then it also aspects your sixth house of competition, right? So competitions will be, successful for you if you are writing some competitive exams and stuffs like that. You are highly encouraged to write those exams. You may pass in good colors. Okay, third house of encouragement, courage is possible. So Saturn gives you courage, and sudden gains is possible, and you may suddenly do some movement travel. And for some people, it can be support from your elder siblings. It's very much possible, and some stress is always there at your work, because please understand, you have lost your Guru Balam. Jupiter happens to be in your 12th house, 7th Lord in the 12th house. Of course, I can make a separate video on that, but collectively we have to see the transit results. But as far as Saturn becoming Margi, it is definitely going to help you to gain more momentum in your work. Okay, and then your father, of course, will be affected. Again, it is father. And then because it is moving to the ninth house, very important. And there can be good hike in the income as well. So risk-based business is possible for you if you are a businessman. It is possible to take some risks, calculated risks, and move on. So it's a mixed results for Gemini ascendant personalities. All right. So let's go to Cancer zodiac sign or Cancer ascendant sign. So for you guys, the drama is happening in the 8th house. See, the Saturn retrograde was a blessing in disguise for you guys. You were out of that Ashtama Shani for a while, and now Saturn comes to the 8th house in a proper direction. So he starts giving you your Ashtama Shani effect. So you have to be careful. 8th house is about accidents and sudden incidents, sudden things happening. So if at all you are driving, please be very careful. Drive slowly and carefully. Do not take risks while doing this. And some major change in the overall life in terms of health is possible. Okay, so stock markets and all, don't take risks. So your Saturn sitting in the 8th house will aspect your 10th house of job. Some changes in the job is possible, or your boss becomes more and more tough for you. He gives you more tough assignments if at all you're in a work. Second house of finance is being seen by Ashtama Shani. Some you will spend money on certain things which may not be really needed. And fifth house of children. So fifth house of children, you are going to get some tension because of your children. Right, fifth house is all about children and their well-being. So some of the kids may become stubborn. They may not listen to your words, and that will increase stress with you. So you have to be taking proper care on this particular aspect. And some challenges at work and mental stresses are always there. Getting some small monetary gains is possible once Jupiter turns, from retrograde to forward direction. But still, I think the anxieties and Ashtama Shani effect is going to be in full place until the end of March 2025. So just be cautious. That's what is my best advice for Cancer ascendant or Cancer zodiac sign personalities. I'm talking about moon sign. All right, so let's go to Leo. So for Leo personalities, you are stuck with marriage and so many things because all the drama is happening in the 7th house, right? So your 6th Lord sitting in the 7th house was creating a lot of confusion. Some people who wanted to get married was getting delayed. And if at all you're a married person, there is some friction with the partners, right? Stressful situation, relations, and so on and so forth. So the Saturn is always your 6th Lord, So he is aspecting your luck. So the luck will slow down a bit. It is aspecting yourself, Lagna. You have to be more disciplined. Saturn is a disciplinarian. He doesn't allow you to go out of box thinking. For you guys, don't take risks. Okay, he's going to discipline you, and then some real estate you want to buy and things like that, but you may get cheated because 6th Lord is aspecting your 4th house, becoming Margi. So I think for Simha Rashi personalities, it is better to be careful for the next 3 to 4 months and then wait for your next Saturn. Of course, Saturn is going to be going to your Ashtama Shani as well. So I think You have to watch out and look for your Ashtaka Varga points and other stuffs. Otherwise, you will have some kind of health problems, and household expenses can keep on rising. So save money, be careful, cautious, calculated risk if you are a businessman. All right, so let's move on to Kanya Rashi, or Virgo ascendant zodiac signs. For Virgo, now it is going to be much better time. Why? Because you are suffering for Saturn's retrograde movement in the sixth house. So competitors were again raising, and now you are going to subside down them. And this drama is happening in the sixth house is good. Bad planet in the bad house is Raja Yogam. It says that, right? So the Saturn's placement in the sixth house, and he looks at the eighth house of Ayus, right? Ayu is the lifespan. He's seeing at your 12th house of foreign connections, and also third house of hard work. So being the lord of fifth house, he does all these things. So you may get some support from the children also in this case. So all these days, those children who are opposing you will start supporting you, and then there could be some additional new projects and connections with foreign countries. So there is a very opponents will become supportive, and then they will be helping you on your own things which you thought it's a challenge in the beginning. So last 3 months the retrograde Saturn was troubling you. Now all that efforts that you have been putting will start seeing the results, right? You will even start repaying all the loans and debts will disappear. So again, it's a bad planet in the bad house is Raj Yoga, so it clears all the debts. If at all you have any debts and home loans and all that, Saturn is going to help you to clear it up. And then day-to-day routine jobs and subordinates, they will start becoming more supportive, and there is a high chance of you traveling abroad, and increase of expenses is also there. So it's more of a positive thing, and sixth house Saturn also is always beneficial. All right, so watch out for opportunities, and then you should take some calculated risks now. Good time for you guys next 3 to 4 months. All the best. Let's go to Libra, right? Thulam Rashi, we say, right? So Libra zodiac sign is going to have this drama in the fifth house. The children are going to stress you out. You may take a lot of loans. You will get into trap of loans, and through the elder siblings, you may get some advice, of course. At the same time, Saturn, being your fourth lord, is aspecting your 11th house of gains. So you may sell off some properties, right? And then through that gain, you are going to clear your debts. So the debts only can be cleared by liquidation of properties. That is very high possibility, because please understand, Saturn being the lord of fourth house, looking into the second house now in a Margi direction, right? So that means second house is all about gain of wealth, right? So you may think of doing some speculative businesses. You must have lost some money, but now, since he is the yoga karaka, is a yoga karaka planet for you, he's aspecting your money house, he is going to give you some kind of gains in one way or the other. But the loans are going to accumulate. You have to dispose the property, and then make up for that. Of course, good for married life. There will be love in the married life, and it's going to increase the situation of financial gains again. So you will be happy, definitely. Your Yoga Karaka planet is aspecting your second house of family and gains. Okay, it's a mixed results for Libra ascendant. Wait, I had to mention to you that for Libra ascendant personalities, you are lost your Guruvalam. Jupiter is in the 8th house, and that is also troubling you. But this Saturn's direct motion can help you to a big extent if at all you are planning for additional new business and things like that. All right. So moving to Scorpio, or Vrishchika Lagna. So for you people, it is happening in the fourth house. Fourth house, gain of property is possible. Third lord sitting in the fourth house, sits and aspects your sixth house and 10th house of job. Again, change of job is possible. And it is aspecting your Lagna itself. It is going to discipline you, encourage you. You become more hardworking personalities now. Okay, and very disciplined people. Okay, so some home-based business is possible. I have already explained this. And some lost love affairs, and there is a chance that because sixth, it is aspecting on the 6th and 10th. So your focus will be fully on day-to-day routine jobs and also on your profession. So there is no time for getting married. If at all you're planning for marriage and things like that, Jupiter being in the retrograde moment, it is giving you some interest, but at the same time, it will not become fruitful marriage. So you have to wait for Jupiter to turn to positive direction again. Then possibility of marriage is highly possible for Scorpio ascendant personalities. All right. So let's see any other benefits here. Emotionally, you will feel a little bit more stressed out here. Okay, there is a possibility of deterioration in the mother's health because fourth house is mother, and your mother will be under very high stress now. She will be doing a lot of work, and you need your support to your mother is very much required because Saturn is going to give you pressure in that aspect, right? Mother and motherland. And then, if at all you are sitting in a foreign country and your motherland will have some situation wherein you need to go and help them. Okay, but overall, the success in career is definitely possible for you guys. You will become very workaholic, and then look for, if at all you are a potential person for marriage, it is likely to happen in February time frame. All right. So moving further, Sagittarius. This is a very, very good time for Dhanus Rashi or Dhanus Lagnam personalities. So this is happening on the third house. You finished your El Raishani or the 7.5 years period of Saturn, and then you wanted to get all these benefits. So the last 3.5 months, Saturn was in retrograde moment and certain anxieties and stuffs like that were there. And now, so you will get the complete benefit of third house Saturn. It's going to give you more courage. You are going to take risks. You are going to get promotions. You are going to have much more financial benefits and then connections with the foreign lands. You may have foreign travels that is required based on your company, and everything will be positive for the next 3 to 4 months. You will build a very good career. You will get some promotions as well. So this is a very good period for Sagittarius ascendant personalities or Dhanus Rashi, all greens, right? So if at all you are a Sagittarius person, you are planning to take some business risks, please go ahead and you will see success. Okay, if you do a job, then your colleagues in the office, you will also get full support from them. So I think long journeys, short journeys, all are possible, and you are going to make money in the next 3 to 4 months. Okay, of course, depending on your chart. Let's move on to Capricorn or Makara Rashi. So Makara Rashi personalities, what is happening for you? All the drama is happening in the last fag end of your Sade Sati or 7.5 years period of Saturn. So it becomes margy. Of course, Jupiter was in your favor all these 3 to 4 months. It has become now retrograde as well. So the last part of 7.5 years period of Saturn is going to be there. Next 3 to 4 months, be patient. Do not do any investments and spend money unnecessarily. And then finally, Saturn will go to the third house in the Meena Rashi on 29th of March 2025. All your troubles is going to finish by then, and Saturn will start giving you positive results. So only patience is required for you guys at this present moment. Okay, finance is definitely going to be improving, and all your hard work and efforts, you are being tested for last 7.5 years, of course. And then Saturn is going to give you all the benefits that he had taken out, and he has tested you a lot. And now the last 3 to 4 months, I think you should calm down and then wait for your turn. All right, that's all I can say here. Your health is going to improve if at all you are hospitalized and stuffs like that, and finance is going to improve, and you are going to buy real estate properties and stuffs like that. All right. The next one is Aquarius or Kumbha Rashi. So for you guys, the drama is happening in your own Rashi itself. So a lot of stuff it was going on. It was retrograde, and now it is Magi. And Saturn is going to really test you guys. You have to be very, very careful, and do not change any jobs at this moment, and do not, unnecessarily take stress, right? So you will get headaches and things like that. It's called Janma Shani. So it's going to become, give you some tests that you need to pass through. You have to work hard. The bosses are going to give you more and more. The more work, there is a saying that the result of good work is more work, of course. So it's a testing time. I don't think that you should take any calculated risk. If you are a businessman, just stick to what you are doing and do not expect too much high profits. Right. So next year, Jupiter is going to come to your fifth house anyway. It's going to be Guru Balam. That's much better time. But I think you should move with caution now. Do not take much risks. All right. The last one is Pisces or Meena Rashi. So this Rashi or the ascendant personalities have to be extremely careful. Why? Because this retrograde movement was actually much beneficial for them the last 3 months. And those who are in the hospitals and having some problems, they had a temporary relief because Saturn was going towards your 11th house and it was trying to give 11th house effects in a I can say it was a smoke. So you thought that you got a temporary relief, but please understand, Saturn is in your 12th house and he has begun his 7.5 years period for you. You have to be very careful. You are being tested. If at all you're a student, you have to work more hard and then only you can see success, right? So I think praying for Saturns on Saturday prayers are very much important. Go to the temple and light up the, we call it as right? Light up the sesame seed lamp and then pray for your best. So there will be sufferings on your pain feet. If at all you are a patient, you may get back to the hospitalization. There will be some laziness. Anybody advise you, you will not do the work. It's called Mangoshani and it's going to test you and make you a bit lazy for the next 3 to 4 months. You need to see that you have to minimize your expenses, right? I'm not giving you a scary picture, but still there could be some accidents possible, right? So you have to drive carefully if at all you are a Meena Rasi or a Meena Lagna personalities, and you have to avoid if there is a short journeys, taking risks and going to another state, driving on your own and things like that. So some precaution is very much required, and 12th house Saturn makes you highly spiritual person. Believe in your consciousness, higher consciousness, your own God. So irrespective of any religion, I request you to become more and more spiritual and keep your prayers up, right? So that's all that can be done for Pisces or Meena Rashi personalities. Prayers can always heal things. All right. That's all I have for this session. Thank you very much. If at all you are new to this channel, please subscribe and support and let me make more and more knowledgeable videos for you guys. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.